Good morning. It's been a few days since I've made a video. It's been really a lot of stuff going on, a lot of good stuff. Had a full day meeting at Mindscape that cascaded into the last couple days. I've definitely kept my hiking up, but typically I utilize my hiking time for a lot of self-reflection, and that's when things come up that I want to share. But the last couple days or a few days, I've been thinking about things and using that time to do some problem solving and some planning for Mindscape. And that stuff's an ancient Mindscape secret, so I don't share that stuff. But anyway, this morning it's Sunday, and to stick with my new themes, I have daily themes for content now, so that I'm not so scattered. I'll share something about that a little bit later. But self-reflection Sunday, and I was thinking a lot about when I was a kid and growing up. Lived on Wallenwood Street back in Grand Rapids, just up the street from the Aquinas College gymnasium on their campus. And we had so many kids on that street. We had the Heintzes, the Leonards, the Johnsons, the Kettles, the Distelbergs, the Fleetstras, the Russells. I think I might have already said them. The Gendrasiak, the Kellys, the Pattons. There are so many people. And it was awesome because, as Gen Xers, when we grew up, our parents actually trusted us and let us go out. In fact, I remember a frequent conversation in my house. The first day of summer break was, "You kids are not going to be sitting here in front of the TV. Get out." And it was the get out of the house and come back when the lights when the lights started to turn on the street. But it was a lot of freedom, and I think it helped us become independent and helped us become a little bit tougher, because there was definitely stuff that you had to deal with along the way. But it was a different time, and obviously our parents were raised differently when they were growing up. So very, very interesting. But I remember playing street football. We go telephone pole to telephone pole. If you had more than 3 people on each team, you had to expand the out of bounds to not the curb, but it would be the sidewalk, so then you could run out on the grass. And I just remember those competitive games. Or we'd play football or basketball at someone's house, usually at the Distelbergs, where we could dunk because it was a little bit lower. I never could. One time I almost did. I actually got rim, and I was so excited. I felt like I could walk on clouds, but considering I had about a 2-inch vertical, it wasn't that big of an accomplishment. But yeah, it was so much fun. And then as I started to get into my adult life, a lot of that stuff changed. You don't have that freedom feeling like you do when you're a kid, which is normal because you start to have responsibilities. But why? I felt like there's such a large gap in my life where, yes, I still had friends, and frankly, a lot of those people I grew up with are still my friends, but they were friends at a different level. They were friends based on history and experiences that we had, but not current relationships or new experiences that we were creating. So a lot of the time we get together, it's talking about the old times. But what about that huge gap in the missing part of those relationships? Because I still, when I get back together with people who I had relationships when I was, younger, it's exciting. It's fun to talk. It's fun to share. Fun to reminisce about the things we used to do. But I still feel that same excitement. I feel like there's still some gas in the tank for our relationship. Feel like there's still some experiences that we could have together. And in a lot of cases now, as I'm looking at how I'm approaching that last 50 years of my life, I'm looking at that a lot more intentionally, and I'm trying to re-spark some of that excitement to expend that gas that we still have in our tank and try to create some new adventures and do some exciting things together. And I really think that the Gen X Reboot community is going to be something that will help facilitate that for even more people that we don't know today, or even just acquaintances. But that's all I got today. I look forward to sharing with you again tomorrow on our official launch day.